Like us reacting to the stuff was saved, but us talking about the weird girls on stream, I don't know if that was saved. Um, I know. Let's do a
Well,
quick. We'll do a quick recap.
okay.
Um, TikTok Live is super scammy. It's weird. So you were talking about how there's these weird, like, girls that will get on live and pretend to be having sex. Like, they'll move, like, they'll film their faces and move in a way that looks like there's someone off screen having sex with them. And you said that someone actually was having sex one time?
Yes, and they got banned.
Oh my god. So people could tell that they were having sex because they could like hear another person?
Yeah, but like, there's what's the line? It's weird.
Right. Like, so simulated sex is okay, but actual sex isn't. Even though you
And then
can't
how
see
we
anything.
know? Yeah.
Right. And so you said that these girls usually aren't moaning
Mm-mm.
because I guess that
I
would get
mean,
them banned if they moaned.
or, I don't know. Maybe they're just doing the bare minimum and it's worked so far, so it's like, oh, let's not like try anything else.
Right. Like they're worried to try anything else.
Mm-hmm.
March 1st, 2021, TikTok has accidentally conquered the porn industry. This is a Wired article, okay? The video sharing app bans explicit content, but TikTok style videos, often filmed and edited in the app itself, are finding fans on other platforms. Da-da-da-da. Okay, this isn't talking about TikTok Live. This is talking about people doing like scandalous cosplays and stuff like that and then promoting themselves to other platforms. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about what the fuck is going on with these lives. Is no one talking about this? I really don't know why this isn't getting covered. Like, this TikTok shit is so weird. The live is like a whole other infrastructure of weird scammy behavior. So we looked it up, and like one TikTok coin is 1 cent. So like if something costs 200 TikTok coins, it would be $2. If something costs 1 cent, like one TikTok coin would be 1 cent. So like a rose is 1 cent, but things like a donut or something, I think is like $2 or something. So there's these channels of these people like playing on the classic like iPhone I just had a stroke, iPhone versus Android debate, but they've got this weird like fish food or rice with beads in it, and they're scooping it to these two buckets, and you donate to vote for a side, and you can don't like you can vote as many times as you want. They don't say when they're going to end the stream, so whenever a thing fills up, that's 1 point to that side, okay? So
Oh, they do this for like um K-pop groups.
oh my God. So this
I've
is like a
seen
whole
this.
thing. I just stumbled on
Yes.
two that were doing iPhone versus Android, but this is like a thing. Like this is a whole voting thing,
No.
but it's just a scam. It's not, it's just playing on people's desire to, well, I guess it's not even a scam. It's just kind of scummy, because people know that they're not actually paying for anything, but it's playing on people's like desires to see their side win. But there is no winning. There were two that I watched that were going on simultaneously, and one was TikTok versus Android. I mean, one was iPhone versus Android, and so was the other one. And they had different scores because, of course, they did. There were different people watching them, and it's like the first one I joined, there was no negativity. It had been going on for a while. There was no negative comments. Second one, there was a few negative comments. I was actually really surprised. Some people were like, "This is a scam. This is weird." Um, like you're not reading the comments, because some people also weren't cued into the fact that like saying your side in a comment wouldn't get anything. You have to make a donation. Like it is purely donation based voting, which I feel
Mm-hmm.
like adds to the scumminess too, because if it was like you get a bonus for donating, like we'll do a scoop if you donate, and it's only like a spoon for your vote in chat. I feel like that'd be one thing, but it's like entirely donation based. So it's just this thing where people are giving them, yeah, it's like, okay, it's only a few cents, but you add that up because, like, I would estimate that they're probably getting 5 cents every 10 seconds. Sometimes more, sometimes less. That's a lot of money, because it sounded like they were from like India or somewhere where the American dollar is more. And so it adds up to like you do a few hours of streaming every night and you're making like, I don't know, like 1,000 American dollars. Like that's insane.
Maybe I need to start doing this.
Yeah, actually that's the moral of this video. Lucy needs to start doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it with like who's the best straight white male YouTuber.
Who's the best white boy of the month?
Curtis Connor versus Danny Gonzalez.
No, because fans of them would never actually donate to one of
No,
them.
yeah, that's the thing. No, I should do who's the most powerful country. You know,
America
little boy
versus China
TikTok,
versus Russia, and we just watch as people get fucking
toe to toe.
heated.
Yes.
That would actually work. I mean, that's a great transition into all the Russian streamers I was seeing. I would say like 95% of the streamers that were on when I checked in were Russian. And it was like 95% Russian, and 95% of those Russian people were women. And they were all relatively attractive, pretty, very pretty, varying degrees of being pretty, but none of them were very like provocative or anything. It wasn't that thing like you were talking about, like simulating sex or anything like that. They weren't dressed scandalously, they weren't really acting sensual or anything. But then they also weren't doing a kind of virtual girlfriend, boyfriend simulated type experience either, because they were talking with another girl. It was honestly kind of like they were on FaceTime with someone else. But then for entertainment, they were like playing this weird versus challenge game, but it wasn't like entertaining. They weren't being very high spirited. Like it was very dull, it was very slow. And so I guess I'm confused how like these are the streamers in the top 100, because it wasn't like they were playing on entertainment or sex appeal, or like, there's only so many things
Mm-hmm.
that gets a ton of people to queue in, whether it's like gaming or comedy or like sex appeal or playing on like, they're lonely or something. Nothing. Like no entertainment value on any aspect, and yet there were like thousands of people watching, and it's like, who
I'm,
are these people?
I'm wondering why, like, what makes TikTok push a certain live onto people's For You page.
Mm-hmm.
If they had something that just kind of worked with the algorithm or something, and the more people started to join and be like, what is this? It just kind of snowballed. I just
Yeah,
don't know.
like maybe people were clicking on out of obscure, but I don't think so, because none of these things are even like, oh haha, that's so cringe and weird, like that's fun to watch because it's like cringy. It wasn't even that. Like these are all just dull. And then there was one that I was watching. Out of all of them, I felt like this was at least the most effort, I guess. It was this guy, and he was throwing these balls into a cup. Okay, he was like a trick shotter. And he had this setup, and he was there with like two women. I'm guessing one was like maybe his sister and one was his wife. and or like one was a friend and one was his wife or something. And he had like two dogs there, and they were just like all sitting around watching this guy throw a giant tub full of ping pong balls. Like it was going to the thing, it's like ding 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 ding, and he was like trying to get it in this tiny shot glass that was rotating around this spinning disc, okay, like really slowly, so the position was always changing. And so it's like that thing where you're trying to get it to bounce off and then land in the cup. And so at least
Mm-hmm.
it was like something. But these people were like donating so much to watch this guy. I only saw him make it in once. I was watching him for like 10 minutes because I was like reading the comments. Like I was captivated by these people that were so enthralled in this. And then as soon as he made it in, one person was like, "Thank God I can go to sleep now." Like they were waiting up, like they were tired and they were waiting up till he made one in to sleep. Who is this audience? Who is this for? I mean, obviously there
I
is an
don't
audience, and at
know.
least in that case, it was something. Like they had enthusiasm. Whenever someone would donate, they would call them out by name. They would be really excited. Like the vibes were at least good in this one, and it felt like they
Mm-hmm.
were doing something. Like they cracked some sort of code, and there was some sort of game value. It was almost like a dude playing a video game. So I think out of all of
Mm-hmm.
them, it was the most valuable entertainment wise. But it seemed like it was really preying on people's desire to get noticed, I guess. And then I
Yeah.
noticed a lot like that, where the whole thing was like this person isn't a celebrity and they aren't providing any value other than being a streamer who is calling out your name. And but because you get excited about that, you donate, making them kind of a micro celebrity. So then you get more excited when they call out your name. So then it's like this whole weird ecosystem. So like there was this one girl, and her entire thing was like whoever provided the biggest donation, she'd be like everyone needs to go follow them. Everyone needs to go follow them and like their page. Here's his name right here. He's pinned. Like
Wait, I
everyone
know
needs to go
exactly
follow
who you're
him.
talking about. Wait,
Yeah,
is that Chinese
no,
show?
different girl. This
Oh,
girl was black and was like had an accent.
this I'm talking about this Chinese lady who had a like a pointer thing and was like pointing to a screen that
Isn't
was
it? So this is a whole thing. Like this is a thing that a
yeah,
ton of people do. And like
yeah, or
she
like
was
you
like,
pay to have your name like written in calligraphy or something.
yeah, and it's like, but this girl was like hammering it in. She was like, "You need to follow this person. Everyone follows." She's like, "We're a community. We support each other. Like we all raise each other up." But at the end of the day, this dude maybe gets like 10, 20 follows, maybe. The only person actually getting lifted up is this girl because they're donating to her, and it's like, what is this weird like Ponzi scheme? Like, what is this? TikTok Live. Am I right?
TikTok live.
That's pretty
Did you
much
get
all
my
I had to
egg?
say. Oh, yeah, tell me about the egg. Tell me about the egg.
So there's this guy who has an egg
So there's this
on his
egg guy.
live stream.
Uh huh.
And he's like, I don't know. I don't know how he's asking for donations or if he even is,
Or they're just
but
donating.
he just, yeah, but he just like peels away at the exoskeleton of an egg.
So it's
I
hard
don't know why I
boiled?
said exoskeleton. No,
What?
it's like, it's like literally the very thinnest layer of the outside of the egg, just like a raw egg. And then it's
What?
covered in this membrane. Yeah, he uses
Oh, I
tweezers
know
and he
exactly what. So like the he's peeling off the actual like shell, but then there's that layer in between the shell and the egg. So he's leaving that on. Is what you're saying?
yeah, and he takes it takes forever. I haven't stayed long enough to figure out, but I just wanted to put that in there for
Yo, what?
future
Huh?
knowledge.
No, that is definitely. I love that. I love that for him. You know what? He's our TikTok live streamer of the week, everyone.
Let's go.
Woo!
Let's
Let's
go. All
go!
our viewers watching are clapping right now.
Egg! Egg guy! I, it's just weird. Like, as much as, like, boomers like to be like, Twitch streamers don't do anything. You know what I mean? There is a certain
I
art
probably don't know about Twitch stream.
and tired. No, they do. Tiredness to, like, having to be perpetually, like, on, you know, and talking to an audience and captivating them. This is not that. This is, like, legitimately doing nothing.
Yeah,
It's
which honestly sounds like
kind
a
of
good
like
time.
a good idea. So I think
Don't
we're gonna
threaten
end
me.
this video with registering to be on TikTok Live. If you guys see us on there, don't say shit.
We're gonna set up the Russian games.
We gotta really quickly learn how to speak Russian, but once we do, we'll be on there. So keep a
Let's
lookout.
VPN and we'll be off to the races.
Yeah. So see you guys on TikTok.
Hey.
Hey.